Alright, how you going today? Luke from Wellsize. So today I really want to talk about the SAID principle. It's really weird how this come about. I was actually speaking with a neighbour the other day, and we were talking about the differences between the two, because there's a couple, and the woman was talking about how she really enjoys doing endurance activities. She can jump in a pool, swim for like an hour and not have any fatigue, and her partner, he was talking about how different activities he finds that he's much better at than, say, doing stuff like that, because she really enjoys mountain walking and things like that, and they go out together a lot. And I started talking about the SAID principle, or specific adaptations to imposed demands. Now, a lot of you probably never even heard of what this is, or why is it even important, but I think it's important really more than anything to think about how not only does this relate to your health, but also to your life. So really we're talking about specificity. So when we talk about specific adaptations to imposed demands, life will, I suppose, impose demands, for lack of a better term, frankly, and act upon us. So things will happen around life, either to us or for us, depends how you look at it. All right, so you're going to react or adapt to that depending on what that situation is. Now, when it comes to your health, particularly in some circumstances, if it's a lifestyle-based disease, your body has adapted to whatever that situation is. All right, so if you've treated your body probably not as well as you could have, and you've eaten probably not as well as you could have, and not moved as much as you probably could have, or slept as much as you could have, or been a fair bit stressed, your body's going to adapt to that. All right, and that adaptation can be a bad thing or a good thing. All right, and I suppose that would be based on what you think the outcome is. All right, so I think it's important when we think about health, we need to think about how our body is actually adapting to it, but not only our body, but our mind is adapting to health. So specific adaptations to impose demands. It's kind of like the idea, if you start a new job and your new job's early in the morning, well, you're going to get used to probably getting up earlier in the morning. It's like, if you know, like any old dairy farmers or anything like that, they all seem to get up at the crack of dawn, and they tell you, oh, it's because, I was a dairy farmer, and that's just normal for them to do. You don't see too many night owls as dairy farmers. So something to think about a little bit more probably through your life is how are you adapting specifically to the imposed demands around you. And I think one way to also think about this and make it really easy, so for exercise sake, because this is actually where I know the term from, is exercise science stuff, is that, say if you go walking every day and you walk for 20 minutes, you're going to adapt to that specific activity. And that's why different types of exercise or different modes of exercise are actually going to get you different adaptations. I suppose a good way to put this is osteoporosis, so low bone mineral density. All right, if you load the bone, all right, you're actually going to make the bone adapt to it, and if you don't do it, well, it goes away. I suppose it combines with that. You don't use it, you lose it, kind of thing. It's always really interesting to think about how different things within your life act upon you, or your physiology, your body, your health, your mind, all these kinds of things, to get changes. All right, so think more about your health from that perspective, and potentially how that links with habits, etc. All right, Luke from Wellsize. Have a good day.